All right, Public Works Committee meeting, Counselor Wilberson.
Thank you.
Here.
Counselor Gear. Here. Counselor Sims. Here. Counselor Nelms.
I don't think so.
She's not here.
Okay, and Counselor Harden.
Here.
So you got one absent, but you still have a quorum.
Yes, thank you. Can I have a motion to dispense the reading and approval of the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Gear, second by Mr. Harden. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Old business 010220. Request for updates on Green Springs revitalization. Mr. Berkeley Squires. Been a few weeks. Berkeley, nothing new, right?
They're getting back. They was off last week.
Right.
Now, Will and then landscaping, I'm sure you've been by there.
I saw some trees go up.
Getting to put the trees and all in, so just kind of moving along with that. They hope to get, I think, most of the concrete work, I think, hopefully next week or two completed on that northern end. So,
Further up.
yeah. So, other than that, that's about it.
I guess the only question, I'm not sure if this is related to the Green Springs work or not. I've had several people ask about orange and white barricades that are kind of going out in the street along Green Springs in various spots and on Raleigh. And
Now, some of that is with...
is that related to any of this or is that something else?
Down on Raleigh's, that Spire and Verizon, some of them are doing work.
Okay.
And on that stuff.
So that's utility
Yeah,
stuff?
that's utilities.
Okay.
All the Raleigh stuff's utility stuff right there, where they had the road closed today. And I know they've had some barricades up over the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that's utility work going on there.
Okay, okay.
All of that stuff, other than the landscaping right now, all the Green Springs stuff is north up towards the valley.
Right, that's what I thought too.
So all that stuff that over in y'all's maybe is still utility work going on.
Okay. All right.
I just want to say something really quick. You know, over the holidays, we hosted family for a week at our house. It was great. It really was. And,
unrelated?
and during that, they hadn't been in town since a year ago, right?
Right.
And so they hadn't seen anything that happened with Green Springs in a year, and they were just really, they were like, oh my gosh, it looks so great. You know, they could see the vision and the change, and you know, they were excited. You know, we get caught in, you know, traffic inconveniences at different instances because, I mean, it's under construction and, you know, there's different things that are going on. But, you know, when you get that snapshot of before and this much in progress, you know, it really is eye-opening to see and hear that feedback, you know, when you look at the vision overall about what's happening with that corridor. So just, you know, again, continue to appreciate everybody for their patience, speak to residents regularly about it, and you know, it's on track and it's going to be great once we're final. It's going to be different, but that's for the greater good. So thanks to Berkeley and team and Dunn for continuing to work on that.
All right, we will carry this over. 29/11/21 request for consideration of work in the city right. Well, we think might be the city right away at 126 Barbers Court.
Yeah, this is one we talked about a couple of weeks ago, and that is what Shoal surveyors determined was the corporate limits.
On the right side of it,
No, on the left side.
we own that, and then City of Birmingham's on the right side.
Yeah,
As I'm looking at
that's
that
correct.
line to the right of
That's
it is
correct.
City of Birmingham.
The blue. I'm confused.
This is what it. Who's asking?
Well, Mike and I both, I think.
I mean, that's what the tax map shows, and that's what Shoal determined. Basically, it carves out this property. This is Birmingham down all around in here, and then Homewood comes up and encompasses this property, but then also picks up this parcel down here.
So you're saying Homewood picks up the parcel south of Barber Court?
Yeah.
Here,
Where-
it's right here, sorry.
So this is Homewood. And this is Homewood. So, right, between here and here is Homewood. See where it says Homewood on top of that line? That means
That's this
this
parcel
is
down.
Homewood.
That's kind of out of sight in this image.
And then
Oh, I see what
the
you're
corporate
saying.
limits jumps right across
So
Barber.
Foreign Business Center is in Birmingham, which is down below it, you can't see.
Right, which is down here.
But everything above it, all of, we knew that was,
Mhm.
is this street. You're saying this part of the street is Birmingham's jurisdiction and we're to the left of it,
Mhm.
which is what we're really talking about is
Right.
who is that? Okay.
Okay.
And then their entrance is in orange.
And
here.
that's-
Right, well, that's their proposed.
That's their
yeah.
proposed entrance.
So it does come into all.
So you're basically saying right in front of, that's the delineating line between Homewood and Birmingham.
That's right.
And is that your understanding, typically?
I don't know, now
Is
that
it on
doesn't,
this road here?
seem to be, that doesn't seem to have anything to do with how we maintain roads. Right.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Chief Ross, do you have any, I mean, I'm assuming the police has understanding of jurisdiction better than.
Yeah, just the roadway itself right there, and obviously Barber, the plant there is our city limits, and then a part of that roadway that we know is ours when it comes time to working record and so forth. But there's always some questions whenever we have a serious accident at one of those intersections.
About who responds and-
Jurisdiction it really is in, but, most of the time we end up with questions. Because it takes Birmingham a long time to get to the scene and stuff like that.
So, if I remember correctly, the very first time we discussed this item, there were, can't remember if it was Councilor Harden, somebody brought up questions, concerns about flow of traffic, and if they were doing some sort of study to kind of look at that, because I believe that section of road right there is just one way, or one lane in that area, is that correct?
Yeah, with the turn lane it is.
Yeah, it's got a turn lane, that's it.
Did they indicate if they were, I'm assuming this is gonna be some sort of gated, entrance?
So it will be, I think it will have a gate, but I think it's probably gonna stay open most of the time. It's not gonna have the same security that they have here. Which is why they want this, because their drivers are trying to get in faster into the T facility. And they're having to wait here because security's tough here on all the trucks. They check all the trucks. That's how it's explained.
Gotcha, okay. Does anybody else have any questions?
So basically, they're asking us for a curb cut. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, the resolution just approves them working in the right of way based on this command. It doesn't, it's not traffic control, where you right turn, left turn.
That's right.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, and they're not proposing to restripe anything out here in Barber Court.
They're just trying to work in our right of way to get themselves a curb cut.
That's right.
So do we need to?
They'd have to sign the
Yeah,
indemnification
we had a
agreement that everybody
resolution,
does.
the indemnification agreement before when it was raised about whether it was in our jurisdiction.
Right.
It's pretty close.
Okay.
And, yeah, I mean, where they are right here makes sense from an engineering standpoint as far as site distances and grade and that kind of thing. But I feel like they would move it down further if they wanted to be absolutely sure that they were in Homewood. I think they really would prefer to work with Homewood on this than they would Birmingham.
I got you. Okay. All right.
So the Mayfield entrance is in Birmingham?
Anybody want to take action on it?
Well, I mean, from y'all's engineering standpoint, I mean, it's fine. What they want to do, it's necessary and fine, and no reason not to do it.
From all the information that's been provided, it seems like a reasonable
Okay.
price.
I'll make a motion to approve the request to work in the right-of-way at 126 Barber Court.
Pending there.
Pending the indemnification agreement.
Mm-hmm.
All right, motion by Mrs. Gear,
Second.
second by Mr. Harden. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
This one adds.
4-0, Melody.
Yes.
New business 11-12-21, request for permission to install a stormwater manhole in the right-of-way at 231 Ridge Road. Mr. Smith.
Yeah, so this is a residential project, on Ridge. They had a lot of other proposed construction in the backyard. Ryan, will you go to the next line? They were gonna do pools and all kind of stuff back here, but then they decided against that. But they did want to put in this drainage system. So basically what happens is stormwater runs off the mountain, gets into the swell, either infiltrates or gets into proposed pipe network. And then they want to tie in their residential proposed pipe network into our city storm infrastructure in the right of way. So that's the reason. And I mean, I wish every homeowner would propose something like that. Yeah.
Do you have a copy of that?
I do.
So when a resident ties in to the city's storm drains, they just have real specific, engineering guidelines that they have to follow and so forth. I mean, do y'all look at that?
We certainly do, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they sent a set of plans and we review the plans.
And you send inspectors out there and that sort of thing, or?
We do, yep.
Okay.
I mean, they'll have a building permit and the inspectors will go
Okay.
by. And they'll have a section of the road that they'll cut, will have to be brought, back up.
The resolution says that install a storm manhole in the city right away pursuant to a permit issued by the city engineer. So any permit we issue, we are obligated to inspect it to make sure they comply with all of our ordinances.
Okay.
Did you say this is new construction or rebuilding all at once? I'm sorry.
It's just to do this work.
Right.
They're not adding on to the house.
That's it.
They got a lot more.
They got a lot of water.
They got a lot of
In the backyard, kind of?
everywhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Everything from Wellington comes down basically to their yard.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They are the grab all for that
Yeah.
road.
So they maybe
They get
had
water
some-
from my house.
They've maybe had some flooding issues in the past?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They've been flooding.
So this should help remediate it, and I'm sure they've invested quite a bit in figuring these plans out.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve with a motion to approve the work in the right of way with the proper indemnification agreement as well.
All right. Motion by
Second.
Counselor Sims, second by Mrs. Gear. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 4-0, Melody.
All right.
And with that, we stand adjourned.